face raised out of the juice, nigga.
All right, there we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
I'm Alicia.
What up?
We did it right this time.
All right. Awesome, awesome. Just gets a little bit of readjusting there. What's going on, beautiful people? We are Twin Flames Unite, and this evening we are going to come in and hit you with some information that should be pretty helpful for you and navigating these waters right now, because we're going to be covering some major things as far as clearing up past pain and how to overcome your basic fears. Okay? And just as a little housekeeping, if you are new to this channel, we definitely thank you. We welcome you for holding space in here with us. We do ask that you subscribe, like, and share, just so we can get the information out there, because right now we're going to be dropping some information to really help you become your greatest version. Okay?
Yes. Hey, Solange, thank you so much. You said we look great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Max in the house. Welcome, Max. You know we love you so much.
Yes. All right. So just to give you a quick heads up on what's going down for this particular video. So we are going to be covering some major keys as far as how to eliminate past trauma. Okay.
And pain and fear, because, you know, just keeping it real, there is a lot of fear.
A lot.
There is a lot of fear floating around in this atmosphere. So we figure if we can provide some tools to help, you know, everyone or anyone that comes across this video, some little tools and tips, you know, we can manage these false evidence that's appearing real, and we can really get to our greatest and highest self, our more expansive self. Because as we go through this slide, you're going to see how our fears, you know, causes us a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And we're going to break it down one by one, and we're going to show you how these things are really, there are ways that we can really handle it and get rid of it and really start living our greatest and best lives and being the best versions of ourselves.
Yep. So, all right. And so for our Royal Twin Flames, this particular video is going to have a bonus that is just going to be available for our Royal Twin Flames after this live is done.
Yeah.
But if you just so happen to tune in for this live, you are in for a treat.
Yeah.
Okay? Because towards the end of this video, we're going to be giving you 4 basic steps to go through and pretty much annihilate any type of fear that's coming up in your life.
Right. And these tools are just tools that you keep in your toolbox. So, you know, we're not saying that, you know, you're fear-proof or whatnot.
No.
Because you're still here.
Right.
But tools that you can have so that you can manage and handle these emotions that make you fearful, or these situations that make you fearful. At least you know how to handle it.
Right. So, once again, if you are watching this on the live, you are in for a treat. Make sure you got your screenshots ready. Make sure you got a notepad, because we're about to go in. We're going to hit it hard and heavy tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
And says she likes my third eye piece. Thank you, sweetie. I got to protect it in these times, man.
Yep. All right. So, let's go ahead and get into it, because we're going to get right into it, all right? So for starting out, just letting you know, we're talking about clearing the way. We're talking about eliminating negative emotional blocks, okay? Now, these are 9 times out of 10, most emotional blocks are coming from things that we experienced in the past. Okay, and so we're going to be talking about, for the most part, those negative things that are not shaping our lives in the way that we want it. So that's what we're going to be jumping into this evening. So we're going to be touching on 5 keys to eliminate blocks and oh wow, typo, y'all. Hold up, I'm actually going to correct it right here on the screen, just so y'all know we are not perfect. So 5 keys to eliminating blocks and pains of the past.
Oh man, that's crazy.
All right. Now, beautiful, beautiful. Hold on, let me come in. I'll bring us in on here, okay? So the first thing when talking about eliminating these pains of the past is that we have to remember to be mindful.
Yes, guys.
Okay? Because once we're mindful, that means that we're being present, that we are aware of the things that are going on, and we're able to step outside of our emotions, step outside of ourselves, and see things as they truly, truly are,
and not what we want them to be. Because this is where things can get confusing sometimes. Or
yes.
This is where we can feel stressed out. But if we are mindful and we completely accept things, people, circumstances, and situation as they are in that present moment, I mean, that is how you raise your awareness, literally. By just accepting it for what it is or who it is. Right?
Yep. All right. So just keeping in mind that these 5 keys that we're going to be touching on, these are some things to be mindful of, because once you're mindful of them, once again, you can step outside of it and you can actually see it for what it is and decide whether or not this is something that you want to continue to go along the journey with you.
Exactly.
Okay? So for our first one to be mindful of is to be mindful that your past does not cause pain.
All right, just take a second and take that in. Be mindful and just be completely aware. Just look at it. Don't judge it. We're not judging. We're not judging anything right now. We're just looking at something. So pay attention to your past. Look at it. Right? And analyze. Does this bring me pain? All right? Now, your thoughts about the past is what causes the pain. And I want you to stay with me.
Yep.
So you experience whatever situation that you had once, maybe twice, depending on how long it takes for us to get a lesson. But it's in the past and you experienced it already. But there is a record that continues to play. And each time that record plays, it's like you're literally in the moment. You're reliving the pain or whatever it is that's already gone.
Right.
Okay? But the thing that you have to be mindful of is that it already happened. You already experienced it. And so when you can bring yourself in the present moment to realize that, okay, I've already experienced this. I've already lived this. So I can let go of the pain.
Yes.
I don't have to hold on to the pain.
Yeah.
And it's a choice. And in that moment, that's when you realize that it is a choice.
You can find freedom in knowing that it's like how can I put this? It's like knowing that you passed first grade and you don't have to repeat it, or knowing that you passed that you graduated from high school. It was an experience, and for some individuals, high school was a nightmare.
Right. It is difficult. Now, some of these experiences, the type of pain that they cause, the emotional pain that they cause, it can kind of get hardwired into our nervous system. Depends on the type of trauma it is. Now, for something like that, there are actually techniques that you can do to help to actually transmute that type of pain, that type of trauma. So that will probably make a different video about, pain and trauma that's actually hardwired into the nervous system.
Yes.
So that's a different type of pain. But for the most part, you know, for the regular mundane pain, you can you can let that go.
Yeah.
You know what you can let go and what you can't let go of, because you'll search through your hard drive, your memory, right, and you'll see what you can let go of, or what is just hardwired in there,
Right.
and you'll know the difference.
Yep. All right. So just remember that it's not your past that causes pain. It is the thoughts that are associated with those past events that cause pain.
Exactly, and thoughts become things and habits eventually.
Now, this next one is definitely one to really chew on, okay? Which is that number 2 is that you want to be mindful that beliefs cause pain or joy.
Wow.
Let me give y'all a chance to get a screenshot of this one. Let me come back out of this for a moment.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we have to be mindful that beliefs cause pain or joy.
And I want you guys to just remember that a belief is not a fact. Okay? This is something that we have to be mindful of.
Right.
A belief is not necessarily something that's true, or it is not necessarily a fact. So you want to check to see if you're really creating illusions for yourself. And are these illusions causing you pain, or is it causing you joy? And if it's an illusion and it's causing you joy, then when that illusion, you know, disappears, then, you know, it takes the joy with it.
Right.
So you got to be very mindful of that, okay?
Yeah, and also know that when you look into these beliefs, it's pretty much a story that you're telling yourself. Okay? So you just got to think about it. What type of stories do you want to tell yourself? Ones that are empowering, that bring you joy and happiness? Or are you telling yourself stories that bring upon fear and sorrow? You got to be real with yourself. Okay? Well, one other thing to think about when it comes to beliefs is that beliefs are opinions of others. Belief systems. Belief systems.
BS.
Yes. Belief systems are opinions of others that we accept in our lives. Okay?
Yeah. And sometimes we can make up these belief systems for ourselves too, but for the most part, you know, they're opinions, and everybody just agree on these opinions. And sometimes, again, the opinions, it could be true, but sometimes it's not necessarily true. But this is where the mindfulness comes in.
Right.
This is where we step into, you know, the watcher part of ourselves. We look at these things and we see, do I need to keep this, or do I need to get rid of this? Is this serving my highest and greatest good, or is this really not helping me to grow? This is where the honesty with self comes in.
Yes. Yeah, so just keep that in mind as we go through the rest of this presentation, because once again, we're coming in hard and giving you all this information. Hopefully you are taking the opportunities to take the screenshots and whatnot, because we're going in this evening because we want to provide you with some information that's really going to help you. Okay? Now, the other thing, well, actually, we got a little bit ahead of ourselves, but here it is.
Well, hey, we spoke too fast.
Yeah. Beliefs are not always facts.
Okay.
So, but the key part is to find your truth. If you see what it says right up here, find your truth.
Exactly, because what might be true for you, and this is important, okay? What might be true for you might not be true for someone else. There is subjective truths. You have your own truth, right? So if do we still have the 6-9 thing, or did you take that one out?
6-9.
When, you know, somebody's looking at the 6 from this side.
That was actually in another presentation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another presentation.
That's just you know, people live in different truths because of the perspectives, right? Their perception. So if I'm standing, if you have a 9, a number 9, and I'm standing at the, you know, at the bottom, it'll look like a 9 to me, but somebody that's standing at the other side, it would look like a 6. Now, who's wrong?
Ain't nobody wrong.
They have their own truth. through their own experiences. So you have to check, check yourself and be mindful.
Yeah. And speaking of that, this is a beautiful segue into this. Is number 3. Be mindful that most humans spend most of their lives living in their minds.
Wow.
Reminding themselves of self-imposed guilt and judgment.
Wow. So you see?
So, what's going on, Angie?
Hey, Angie. Welcome, sweetie. Welcome. Just take a second to welcome everyone that came in. We got Peace, Love, 1088. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think somebody else came in, but welcome if you just joined us. Goddess 999. Welcome, my love. Thank you for coming in. Lots of love to you guys for being here with us.
Yes.
Just wanted to take some time to say what up.
All right. Now, just keeping in mind that from what we just stated there, that most people are in their heads. And 9 times out of 10, they're not replaying happy thoughts.
Right.
They're replaying different past traumas and judgments that they've gone through that they're imposing on themselves. So you have to think about it. So if these belief systems that we're accepting most of the time are coming from individuals who are not that well balanced,
right,
is it really something that we need to continue with?
Yeah, it takes a lot to really check your belief systems. Just being honest with yourself, because it's only then that we can grow. Is when we're completely honest with ourselves. And, that is a part of self-love. Growing into loving ourselves is being authentic and honest and taking a step back to see where we're at. And thus far, are my belief systems, are they helping me? And are my belief systems true? Are my belief systems true to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1, is it true to you? Is it your truth? All these belief systems that might have collected over a lifetime, you always have to double check to see if it rings true to you.
Yeah, because you got a lot of people that's having these questions running through their heads, like, if only I had moved,
right?
If only they loved me, if only.
Yeah.
This is where a lot of people's mindset is. So when you think about the past that, when you think about the pain that you have experienced in the past that came from other people's belief systems, you got to understand that this information is based off of dysfunction.
Yes.
It's based off of something that is not balanced. And that's why we seem so crazy sometimes, because it don't make sense.
It does not make any lick of sense. And when I used to go to therapy a couple years ago, maybe 2, wow, it's been a while since I've been out of therapy. Wow. One thing that I used to always try to do, and I would get stuck, and I used to try to make sense out of nonsense, pretty much.
Yep.
Like, it was just a thing for me to do, to sit down and really try to make sense out of someone's actions that is just completely, it's crazy. It makes no sense at all. But I would sit there for weeks, for months, sometimes even years, and try to make sense out of nonsense, complete nonsense. And so my therapist, she was like, Alicia, why do you do that? So I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing? She's like, why do you always try to make sense out of something that doesn't make any sense at all? And I thought about it. I was like, I do, don't I?
Yeah.
She's like, yes. And this is where your stress, she's like, 80% of your stress is coming from you trying to make sense out of nonsense, or trying to make something sane that is insane. She's like, stop doing that. You have to let things be. If something doesn't make any sense, it just is. It doesn't. So why play these stories in your mind, and just relive these things over and over again, hoping it's going to make sense when it can't?
Yes.
Some things you just have to let go and let it be, right?
Speaking of that, let's roll right into the next one, which is number 4, is to be mindful that you have freedom
of choice. So we have freedom of choice. And this just goes to show that we are not perfect. Okay? This earth is not even, it's literally tilted and spinning. So this world is it's not perfect. We're not perfect, but we still do have freedom of choice.
Yes.
Always have
freedom.
Always. No matter what the situation looks like, you always have a choice. You might not always like your options.
Nope.
But you do always have a choice. And you can choose at any time.
Yes. All right. And yes, and one of the choices, now this is one to definitely keep in mind, is that you can freely choose to let go and be, or continue to wallow in your ego pool of despair.
Your choice. Totally your choice. But just know that one sets you free and one literally keeps you captive.
Yeah. Because just think about it. On this particular picture here, let's come on in so y'all can see us.
Yeah.
Okay? Just think about this picture here. If this little boy lets go of this lantern, he would have a wonderful memory of seeing this beautiful tapestry of candle lanterns just floating in the sky. Okay? But if you are aware, if he held on to that lantern maybe a little bit too long, it probably could catch on fire.
Or burn him up.
And just mess up the whole situation.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we let go, we can allow beauty to unfold right in front of our eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the thing. Sometimes you hold on to things a little too long, and then it becomes ugly.
Yeah. So learn to let it go.
Yeah.
Be mindful of knowing that you have the free will to choose. You have the free will to choose to let it go and be.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation is, and whether it's your boss that's making you upset,
oh boy, we got to touch on that one.
We just got to bring that in. If it's your boss that's making you upset, if it is a family member that is telling you that you need to get back into church, or whatever.
Wow.
Sometimes we got to learn to pick your battles.
Yeah, and stay true to yourself. You live a much happier, more fulfilled life when you stay true to yourself. You keep your peace. Your peace. You know what? What is it? It's Tyler Perry in Medea. One of the scenes, he said, you can only find peace two places: in your house and in your grave. So why let somebody steal your peace, right? Don't let them steal your summers. They're not even worth it. When you really think about it, they are not worth it. A lot of these people are miserable. They haven't done any shadow work. They don't even know what shadow work is.
Right.
They're completely going to return here and not really ascend in this lifetime. Like, sometimes, they're just there to test us, to see how far we've come. Like, they come and they come again to keep testing to see where you at in your growth and development. So
yeah. Because to be honest, y'all, hey, I got tested yesterday. Now, I want to say that I did better than what I would have normally done. I did better than what I would normally have done. But we all get tested.
Yeah.
Okay? We all get tested, as you can see, just because we are correcting misspelled stuff right in front of your eyes. We are not perfect.
No, it's not about being perfect. It's about knowing that you have tools that you can use when the time is, when it's needed. When it's time for you to use those tools, it's important to know, okay, I know what to do. It's not that you're not going to encounter these situations. You're just going to know what to do when it comes.
Oh,
he's going to see
shortly
because Mama said, oh, wow, Alexis.
Hold on. Next, you're going to get us off track. Let me show you what we need to do for that.
Oh, my God.
Because just the last thing, number 5, to be mindful of is that where attention goes,
there you go.
Energy
flows. Facts. Look at that.
Okay.
So just be mindful. Be mindful that wherever we put our energy, wherever we put our attention, that is where we put in our energy. And trust and believe you me, some of these people are not worth our energy.
No.
Some of these situations are not worth our energy. Not worth it. Because you know what? 20 years from now, when we lay on our, when we having our final days and we laying down, we're not going to be we might not even remember some of these people's last or first names,
No.
but the things that we're going to remember are all the things that we didn't do or all the things that we should have did. And, so I would say put our energy into things that that we want to do, so that we have less things to say, I should have did this, I should have done that. So yeah, those people are not worth it.
No, they are not.
They are not worth. I realized that a long time ago. There was a few people that used to really push my buttons, and they used to push my buttons really, really bad. It was bad, and I had to do some self work, and I had to step back, and I had to see that they're not gonna change. So I already know that that's just how they are. And some people, they're just the way that they are. So I had to figure out a way to change my response.
Yeah.
So I realized that my experience, I had to take my power back and know that my experience is literally held within my response.
Yes.
Not my reaction, but my response. And so once I started changing the way that I responded, my experience with those individuals, it changed completely.
Yeah. So, and to sum up what you're saying, so you literally decided which wolf to feed.
Yes, exactly.
We got a little story for you all.
Yeah.
You may have heard it. You may have not, but we're gonna bring it forward to you. And we got a little story to tell you, so just follow along with us.
Yes. And exactly, she said, Alexis said it really good.
What's that?
She said, nah, you ever warned against principles and principalities and spiritual wickedness and wickedness in high places. Yes, absolutely. Don't worry, fam, I'm equipped and intentionally sending energy there, cause it's battle. Yeah, but you know what? What I learned about those type of energies is that there are people. These things know about alchemy also. Okay, so sometimes we tend to think that only people of the light or only people, who's in God's army, how they, whatever terminology that they want to put in it, we tend to think that, they're the only ones that know alchemy, right? So you want to be very mindful of where you put your energy, because energy is energy and it's yours, okay? So just be very mindful where you put your energy. And we're going to read this thing right here. We put it on our Instagram page, but I think this is a really good analogy, and it's an old myth. It's an old story of two wolves. All right? And I'm going to just read it out for you. An old Cherokee is teaching his grandson. An old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. A fight is going on inside me, he said. He said to the boy, it is a terrible fight, and it is between two wolves. One is evil. He is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. He continued, the other is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The same fight is going on inside you and inside every other person too. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, which wolf will win? The old how you say Cherokee? Because my Cherokee, my accent is really off. The old Cherokee simply replied, the one you feed. The one you feed.
It's just that simple.
And do you know what you feed it with? Your attention. Your attention and your intention.
Mm-hmm.
So that story right there sums it up.
Yeah.
It just really sums it up really nicely.
It really, really does.
Right?
And then last but not least, just to let you know that
yeah,
the moment we realize that all fears are an illusion,
yeah,
we gain the power to look at them and kick them out the door.
Exactly. And who is this? Amo 888. The grass is green where you water it. Oh, that is beautiful, baby. Can we highlight that?
Not
we
tonight.
Can't. Oh, not tonight. We
Not
don't
tonight.
got the. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The
that
grass is green where you water it.
Mm-hmm.
That is powerful.
Yes.
Powerful, powerful. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right. So yeah, hopefully that information was really helpful for you as far as if you didn't catch anything that was going on in these 5 things. The 2 words that should really be sticking out to you are to be mindful.
Be mindful. Be present so you can receive your gifts, your many gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Be present in the moment. Be aware of what is going on. Be aware of where you are emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Use emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm. She said, okay, my question is, I'm feeling my... waking up, but I
feel like someone...
her is holding her back like a mother figure can.
Should I be worried? No.
Well, no, definitely... Don't you know what? You are actually in for a treat because you called us live, and that's actually one of the fears that we're going to be talking about as far as the 4 steps to get over these basic fears. So definitely hold tight for that. And with that being said, if you are watching this, for the ones who are going to be watching this on the pre-recorded, this is where we would leave you. We hope that you take the opportunity to become a royal twin flame so that you can see the rest of this video. But other than that, we love you. Peace out. And with that being